Hello everyone, welcome to Cynthia Montana channel. Now I'm gonna talk about top 5 economic indicator for all you of guys. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you teman-teman. Economic indicator help investor and analysts assess investment opportunities or entire economic as a whole, from gross domestic product or GDPs to consumer price index. There are a number of data points that can help global investors predict change in a country economy and strategically adjust their portfolio. So we're gonna talk 1 until 5. Okay, friends? Okay, number 1 is gross domestic product. GDP represents the market value of all final goods and services produced within a country during a given period. The figure is usually given in nominal and real formats, with real GDP adjusting for change in monetary value. Given its fast spread, this indicator is among the most watched by the financial market. The expansion of a country's GDP is indicative of growing economy, while a contraction in GDP indicates a slowdown in a country's economy. Meanwhile, a country's projected GDP growth rate can be used to determine an appropriate level of sovereign debt or determine if companies operating within the country are likely to experience growth. Okay, number 2 is employment indicators. The productivity and wealth of a country's citizens is arguably the ultimate determiner of economic success. Employment indicators such as labor force, payroll, and unemployment data estimate how many citizens are employed and whether they are making more or less money than before. The financial market carefully watch this employment indicator, especially in developed countries that generate most of their income from domestic consumer spending. A fall in employment is often followed by a fall in consumer spending, which can hurt GDP statistics and overall economic growth prospects. Number 3 is Consumer Price Index, or we call it CPI. CPI measures changes in the price of consumer goods and services that are purchased by households. The index is a statistical estimate created by using price from a sample of representative items collected periodically. Oftentimes, this measure is used as a gauge of inflation, which can positively or negatively affect a country's currency. So, it will depend on the currency too. The financial market carefully watch CPI figures for signs of inflation. Rising inflation can lead to higher interest rates and reduced lending, while deflation can lead to lower interest rate and greater lending. Number 4 is central bank minutes. Central bank creates monetary policy and exert significant control over a country's economy. Consequently, the financial market tend to listen closely to every word that central bankers utter publicly for clues about the future. Central bank minutes are formal releases that contain valuable economic commentary that can signal future policy action. In the US, the Fed, or the Federal Reserve, issues what's called the Big Book, which contains anecdotal information about current economic condition from each Federal Reserve Bank, or Fed. Similar notes are released by many other central banks, including the Bank of Japan, European Central Bank, and other on a regular or semi-regular schedule. And the last one is PMI Manufacturing and Services. The Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, is an economic indicator developed by Market Group and the Institute for Supply Management. By polling basis on a monthly basis, the index reflects the acquisition of goods and services by purchasing manager. The two most important surveys are the PMI Manufacturing and PMI Services indices. The financial market watch the PMI Manufacturing and PMI Services indices as key leading economic indicator because companies stop purchasing raw materials when demand dries up. This can indicate problems in an economy much before other reports like retail sales or consumer spending. Okay, friend, thank you and have a nice day.